transformers are incredibly powerful and musical tools to reshape the sound that's being passed through. On the microphone end, Neumann, which is a German company that has made condenser microphones for 60, 70 years now, their transformers on the microphones are really, really great. But what's interesting is that fast forward 50 years to, only the last 20 years, they've made transformerless versions of some of the classics that have been around for forever, and they too sound amazing. But there's a couple of console makers that are still revered, as being the gods of great sound, and a lot of them are English. And what makes them really distinctive is the transformers. In fact, the transformers in one model versus another is what makes this one worth 10,000 and that one worth 20 for just a mic pre. So yeah, they're incredibly powerful in shaping the sound. And because wire, copper especially, is more expensive now than it was back in the day, and it's harder to get people who know that old technology. To get transformers made today that sound as good or even similar as they did back then is tough and expensive. So people don't do that. In fact, for a long, long time, they've been trying to come up with transformerless ways of designing interfaces that don't require a transformer. But they have a sound, they have a place. I mean, besides the obvious thing, the purpose of a transformer is to isolate one thing from another. Let's say this thing is hovering at a different ground potential than this one. So rather than get hum on the output side of this device, you transformer isolate it so the ground isn't carried through. So you don't get that hum on the output signal. So in addition to doing, kind of medicinal things to your sound, I mean, that they solve problems for you, they also impart a good color. I mean, quite often it's fantastic. Like I say, for stuff that's kind of lean and thin, transformers can, the sound of the iron just going through it, put some muscle on the sound. It's great.